All right, Happy New Year, everybody. I don't know about you, but I am so glad to say good riddance to 2020. Let me just tell you real quick how my 2020 started off last year. So it was New Year's Day, January 1st in the morning, and I had just started fishing around here. I just picked it up. And I went out, drove a couple miles to a creek near my house, and I was just, walking the creek with my light rod, casting for bass and stuff, and I had parked pulled off a busy road. Now, mind you, this is broad daylight, tons of traffic coming by. So I'm out there fishing the creek and I see a sheriff driving off-road in his car, like along the berm of the creek, and I knew he was coming for me. So, I waved him down and he gets out and he says, "Hey, do you have a black Nissan Altima?" And so I was like, "Yeah, sorry, did I park illegally?" And he's like, "Yeah, but your car got broken into." So, I went over there. Dude had busted out my window, did a bunch of body damage, stole some stuff out of my car. So that's how my 2020 started off last year, very first day. And I knew that it was going to be a rough year. And of course, then COVID came along, and 2020 was just a rough year. A lot of people had it a lot worse than me, though. So anyways, hopefully 2021 will be much better. Get over this COVID thing, things can get back to normal. We can visit with our loved ones and all of that good stuff. So yes, Happy New Year to everyone. So it's January 3rd. This is my first time fishing of 2021. And I've come out to a very big retention pond here. And this place is really kind of hidden. You wouldn't know it was here unless you worked in one of these places or, just happened to stumble on it. But I used to live just a little bit over that way, and I used to come hiking around this area, so that's how I found this. And I'm not sure if there's fish in it. There's a creek just over the hill behind me there, but there's a huge berm separating it. And there's no inlet or outlet to this thing. So if there are fish in here, they were either put in here by people or managed to find their way in. However, fish managed to do that, I'm never quite sure. So we'll see. I'm going to try for some carp, maybe some bass. If that doesn't work out, I could always try that muddy little creek behind me there. But it's a nice day. It's sunny. The weather's good. I kind of wish that I had waited a little bit later in the day. It's been very, very cold lately, and this morning was cold, and I know the water's cold. So I feel like later in the afternoon, after the fish have had a chance to warm up in the sun, they're probably more active and feeding better. But beggars can't be choosers. I have to fish when I can. So let's get some lines in the water and see if we can catch anything. All right, so wherever I go, I've always got to try for catfish. I just can't help myself. So on my heavier pole here, we got some heavy braided line. I've got a little clamp swivel, which I've attached a weight to. And then I've got a 30-pound mono leader with a little circle hook. And I got some really old, nasty mullet, which just stinks to hell. It's just way overripe. It's still frozen. I'm not sure how much that'll matter. I'm not even sure if there's channel catfish in here, or if there are, if they'll take this nasty bait, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna hook this big old piece of bait on here, and I'm gonna just give this a heave. So we had so much rain the last couple of days. The 31st of December and New Year's Eve, it rained and it rained and it rained. So all the creeks and bayous that I would have liked to try to fish today would be running really high, and I think it would be very challenging to fish. So this is a new spot. I've always wanted to try fishing it. The water's kind of clear here, so we'll see. If there's fish here, then this could turn out to be a really good spot, because almost nobody knows about this. I mean, unless you live in one of these houses right there or happen to work here, you would pretty much never know that this spot existed. So, if there are fish here, I don't have to worry about, there being tons of other people fishing it. So, we'll see. I'm gonna be looking for activity on the surface. If there's carp here, that would be awesome. It looks like a good lake for bass. It's pretty clear. Oh, fish just jumped. That looked like it could have been a bass. So, all right, well, we'll see. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try going to the creek back there, but that thing is just so muddy. Like, you can't even see a centimeter below the surface. And I know it's gonna be raging pretty good from the rains. Something just tugged on this line right here, which has the rotten mullet on it. All right. Something's playing with the bait here. That's a good sign. Just got the bait in the water. I guess it'd be a little channel catfish. This may turn out to be a very slow day of fishing, but that's all right. So something keeps hitting my mullet over there, but it must be small because I've got a fairly small chunk on, a little circle hook, you know, just perfect for a channel catfish basically, but whatever's out there just keeps pulling the bait off and not getting hooked, and it must be small. Whatever's hitting the mullet, I can feel it tugging on there. Could be bluegills or sunfish, but I usually think of those as being closer into shore. I mean, this is way out there, but I have no idea. All right, well, the lake's not working out so well. I guess I should have picked a better spot for my first fishing outing of 2021, but there is a creek over here. Haven't been to it in years, and it's probably flooded from all the rain. But there should be fish in there, so let's go take a look. Oh boy, I think we got some water. All that rain. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Oh man. Well, guess we could give it a try. Tell you what, even if I don't catch anything here today, I will definitely be coming back to this spot in the springtime when it warms up a little bit. This is a little hidden gem that nobody knows about. Oh shit, we got a bite. Nice when they unhook themselves. Channel catfish, baby. First fish of 2021, and that's fitting. I catch a lot of channel catfish. That's a beauty. He hit that like as soon as the bait went in the water. So I'm really excited about this spot. I mean, this is very hidden. I mean, I'd be surprised if anyone really fishes here at all. If anyone ever has. It's just a beautiful little hidden gem. The water's usually not this high, but there's a nice little pool there. So let's turn this guy loose and see if we can catch some more. This is a perfect example of why I always try to give myself a backup plan, especially if I'm exploring a new spot. You know, like if I'm gonna go fish a lake or a pond, I'm not sure if it's any good, I try to pick a spot that's got like a creek or a bayou nearby also, just in case the lake or pond doesn't work out, I can try the creek or bayou. And in this case, I'm really glad that I did, because I wasn't getting anything over at that lake. And as soon as I dropped my line in here, bam, channel catfish. Alright, I just put on a fresh piece of bait, fresh piece of rotten bait. But you know, it's weird, this happens to me a lot, where I'll come up to a spot, like as soon as I start fishing, I'll catch a fish, and then like nothing else. No more bites, nothing. It's almost like, you know, that fish sent out a distress call warning everyone else or something. I mean, it really does happen to me a lot. So, you know, I got here, I mean, just instantly, as soon as I put the bait in the water, caught a fish, and now like 20, 30 minutes have gone by, no more bites. I really don't think that was the only fish in here. Known this was the culprit. Since I've been out here, something's just been pecking away at my bait. Little channel catfish. Well, this lake is pretty new. It's just a few years old. So hopefully, over time, these will grow up and this lake will be full of big ones. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be a wrap. Slow day. Not the first time a channel catfish has saved me from getting skunked, but still had a nice time. And as long as I get back to my car and it hasn't been broken into, we'll call that an improvement over last year. So thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year's, and I will see you soon.